the warrior king of this arcade game thing. Attila the Hun, none of the rest of them want none. Listen, guys, Triple X back in the building. Back here today to give you a quick rundown of how to map your controllers in Batocera. So, when you first start up Batocera, you'll probably be greeted and prompted to program your controller that you have plugged in. I'm a big fan of the Logitech stuff. That's what I use, the wired and the wireless version of that controller. But if, for example, you need to configure it or reconfigure it, you want to press the start button. You want to go to controller and Bluetooth settings, controller mapping, and then say OK. All right, it's going to say 2 gamepads detected, and it's going to ask for you to hold the A button on your device down to configure it. So that's going to be here on your controller, or if you're on the on an arcade cabinet, if you're on the tag cabinet, the arcade gas cabinet, or you have the Excalibur Dragon Slayer here. As you can see the controls right there. Yeah, essentially what you're gonna want to do is hold down the A button here, like that, and then you're gonna hold that down until it prompts you to configure it. So, I'm gonna use the controller for example, so I'm not blocking the screen. Okay, now, the cool thing about Batocera is it actually shows you the position of what button you should configure for A. So when you got the honeycomb layout, if you're going to configure a gamepad, it shows you A, B, X, and Y. So for example, you want A over here, so you press A, and then it says, okay, what about B? Then it says X, then Y. Start is going to be here. Select's going to be here. Up, down, left, right. They're going to say L1, R1. And also, for example, when you get here, this is to configure like your left analog up, your left analog down. So for example, your analog sticks. So left analog up, left analog left, right analog up, right analog left. Okay, now for L2 and R2, those are of course your top triggers here. So you're gonna go L2, R2. Then you have your L3 and your R3. For that, that's usually when you press the analog sticks in on the left and right hand trigger. So for the left trigger, you can hold it down. And for the right trigger, you can hold it down. And for the hotkey, you want that to be a combination of select and start together. So all right, so then you want to back out of here and bam, there you go. So make sure you set your hotkey, you can set it to select or start and select. That'll exit and pull you out of the games when you enter a game. And that's how you set up Batocera for any mini PC, desktop PC, or arcade cabinet you're going to be running on. So when you want to configure the controllers for Batocera, that's how you set it up. When you set up Batocera for the first time, you'll be prompted with that screen to configure your controller. But if you ever want to get back into it and configure your controller, you can do it that way. So, all right, guys, just a quick one. I just wanted to hit you guys off with that because I know I haven't done a controller configuration video since the RetroPie days and the arcade gas cabinet. So now that I'm pretty much running Batocera exclusively here, I wanted to go a little bit more in depth on how that works. So hey guys, without further ado, that's it. So you know what? Enjoy the rest of your day. 3X Lex out and peace. That's all I got.